Welcome, everybody, back to the Dragon's Lair. My name is Wade, and this is my show, What I Read, where I am reading this gem of a book, The Secrets of the Secret Place. I've already read it. Um, so when I say I'm reading, I've already read it. I am rereading it a bit to, do this series. If you want to know more about what this book is about in general, or some information about it, go ahead and check out episode 0. This will all be on a playlist for you guys. Um, Chapter 2 is called The Secret of Shutting the Door. And I feel that a little bit of this is going to be like, yeah, duh. But for me as a person, I have yeah, duh moments all the time, and that's completely okay. You're a person too. We can realize that something simple and easy is good for us, and we just hadn't considered that or given any thought to it. So don't feel bad if any of this comes across as yeah, duh. One thing that I felt was really cool about this chapter, so this is chapter 2 in the book, Secrets of the Secret Place, The Secret of Shutting the Door. All the chapters are called The Secret of This and The Secret of That, and so on and so forth. Uh, Here's a really cool thing. We know that going to the secret place is a practice that we are supposed to do. And we know that because of verses like Matthew 6:6. But when you pray, go into your room, and when you have shut the door, pray to your Father who is in the secret place, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you openly. Okay, so there's a couple things in there that are important to break down. So, thing number one, we are told where we can go to pray. Now, obviously, you can pray anywhere. You can pray in your car. You can pray out loud. You can pray in your mind. You can pray under your breath. You can pray in the spirit. You can pray for yourself. You can pray for other people. You can pray. You got a ton of options. You got a ton of options, but you are given a place to pray. So don't avoid or neglect that place is what the book is saying and what I'm also saying. I think it's great advice. Another thing is that we are told our Father is there already. So God is there already. And once again, I want to stress that the secret place can be anywhere. It's anywhere where you create time and space, where you shut a door to remove distractions, and you are secretly alone with God. So that can be at your office, that can be in your car, that could be at your friend's house, at your house. There's a ton of places. But what I would encourage you to do is remove distractions because life is distracting enough. um, so the second point is we know our Father is already there. Um, so, but when you pray, go into your room, and when you have shut the door, pray to your Father who is in the secret place. Okay, He's there. So this chapter is telling us, and it's giving us the Bible verse that backs this up, Matthew 6:6, that God is already there. So you know a place. Yeah, and God is everywhere. But what I'm saying is, if you are looking for connection, if you're looking to hear his voice, if you're looking for his comfort or his love or, his guidance or his protection, yeah, those things can come to you anywhere. I'm not saying that they can't. But what I'm saying is you're given a place where you're told, you're promised, you're guaranteed that he's there. um, and this is kind of a yeah duh, but because of this, in the secret place, you are already in his presence. So the I guess I want to say that like the secret place is like a state of mind. It's like a state of being. Because you are focusing on him and you're giving him all of your attention and you're removing distractions. um, so that's different than a rendezvous with God at a place where you like made plans to go to a place at a time. He's always there. He's always in that state of mind. He's always in that state of being. The I've intentionally set time aside to be with you and to be alone with you and to have this intimate connection. So I know our culture and our world uses the word intimate to always be about mature adult relations, but especially if you have children, you know that that word is not exclusively for mature adult relations, okay? Because intimacy in this context is about a deep and profound knowledge, knowing a person, that person's thoughts and fears and desires and wants and needs and likes and dislikes. So that's the context of the word intimacy in all of these conversations. The world wants to get it twisted, and the world wants to be sick and gross and perverse about it. So don't let them, and don't entertain that sort of behavior, because words mean stuff. um, it's I hate to reference a Marvel movie, but when Thor first mentions Nidavellir in Avengers, where uh, Stormbreaker is made, right? Someone says, that sounds made up. And Thor responds, all words are made up. It's extremely true. Words have the meaning that we attach to them. And you can mean something innocent and wholesome and kind when you use the word intimacy. All right, I'm going to jump down off my soapbox. About that, at least. Also, Matthew 6:8, which is just a few verses later, is talking about not being haughty and gaudy and like not like fasting in public to look shrunken and sickly, but to do it in secret. And your Father who sees you in secret will reward you. Um, so Matthew 6:8 is where that comes from. um, what's really special is we've been given a time and a place. And the time, it can be anything that we desire it to be. A lot of books say when you first get up in the morning, and a lot of people look at that and they go, "Oh my goodness!" And yeah, that's really painful. Like I intimately get that. I get that because I'm up at 5 or 6 every day, and so the idea that I would have to wake up at 4 or 3 or something like that to include secret place time is daunting because that means I have to go to bed earlier the next morning. The point is, if early morning is good for you, then it's good for you. I find the best time for me is right when I get home from work. Not wait until 9 or 10 at night, but I'm still focused and I'm still, and I just want to mention that idea of waking up early and doing that. It has some advantages. Usually there's less distraction and there's less going on. The day hasn't started yet, so there's not all those people that are awake and needing and wanting your attention. But also that concept sort of comes from the idea of giving God your tithe. So the first tenth of all of your resources and time being a valuable resource. Just wanted to mention that's one of the origins of that idea. um, you can't really you can't I can't stress too much the importance of the secret place. Spending time alone with God, praying, thanking Him, worshiping Him, and being transformed by Him. That right there is kind of, in my opinion, like a big, not necessarily all of the Christian experience, but a big part of it. Because when you develop a close relationship with Him and He transforms you, then you are more able to perform the acts that He wants you to do with the correct heart and in the correct place and in the correct time. And gifts will flow out of you, and all sorts of fruit will become abundant, that both you and others, that will improve the lives of both you and others. So I can't stress enough the importance of the secret place. I talk about this book a lot, and people roll their eyes because I talk about it a lot. Anyways, uh, We here at the Dragon's Lair sincerely hope that this content is helping you or useful to you, and want to thank you for spending your time here with us at the Dragon's Lair.